The FBI is investigating the cases of at least 10 scientists working at secret government labs who have either died or disappeared. Now, the deaths have spanned over 3 years, and government officials have acknowledged the pattern is, quote, eyebrow raising. Let's go live now to CBS News senior coordinating producer Anna Schecter. Anna, this is bizarre. Where did these scientists and staff work, and what can you tell us about the investigation so far?
Liz, it is bizarre at first blush, but I think it's important to note, as you just said, it's scientists and staff. You have a range of people from a retired general working on highly sensitive Air Force material to administrative staff members who were just doing support work for example, the Los Alamos National Laboratory. Now, of course, the laboratory there in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab in California, where some of the other scientists worked, those are places where highly sensitive material is worked on. However, I and my colleagues drilled down in all of these cases, and we didn't find a connection between any of them, but the FBI is saying they are spearheading an effort, coordinating with the Department of War and the Department of Energy that actually oversees these laboratories to dig in further, take another look, and see if there might be a connection, Liz.
And we know President Trump has been briefed on these cases. Anna, what are we hearing from the White House?
Well, President Trump made remarks on camera last Thursday saying, we got to look at this. I just got a briefing. Some of these people were serious people. And that is partially true. If you look, for example, there was a woman who went missing in California. She was an aerospace scientist who had done really groundbreaking work for NASA, and she was on a hike and just disappeared into thin air. Her friends and family organized search parties in the mountains outside of Los Angeles. Multiple agencies assisted in the search for her, and there's no trace of her. But it's not just her that went missing. You had 4 people in New Mexico go missing, all of them, except for one, working at Los Alamos National Laboratory. And so that was mysterious. But when you actually drill down on each case, you had local law enforcement still working the cases, not coming up with anything, but not finding any connection between any of them. Now, I have spoken to the family of one woman who was an administrative assistant at Los Alamos, and they've hired a private investigator to try to dig into this because they're frustrated with the police work that's been done so far at the local level. And that might be why the FBI is stepping in. Usually in cases like this, local law enforcement has to ask the FBI, hey, this is too big for us to handle. We need your help. And then they step in on these one-offs. Now that people started asking questions about connections, the FBI is going to take a closer look at each one of these cases.
Anna Schecter, I know you're going to stay on top of it. Thanks so much.